We are all human, and as human, often we find ourselves having fallen short of the glory of God. As we read in the book of Romans 3 and verse 23, we find that you have done wrong before God, and the relationship is no longer there. You feel like God has now become your enemy, and that happens to every one of us. It happens to every one of us. Once in a while, you feel like you've done so wrong to God, and He no longer cares about you. He is no longer your friend. But the love of God does not change depending on our situation, on our circumstances, on what we do. His love, the Bible says that nothing can separate us from the love of God. Nothing can separate us from His love because He loves us so much. And it is so because instead of running away from Him, we're supposed to draw closer to Him. Instead of saying, yes, I'm a Christian, I did wrong, and now I'm not going to church because I sinned. It is not supposed to be that way. It is not supposed to be that since you sinned, now you get away from God. Because when you do that, you give the enemy a chance now to deal with you properly, to entangle you with more sin, to make sure that you never come out of that guilt. But what we are required to do, as He was talking to the children of Israel, He was giving them an example. And you see, God sometimes use an example we understand to explain something. Here, He was telling them that they were like His wife. They were like His wife. And there is a commandment in Deuteronomy where He told them that if a woman went away from a man whom they were married and went and became another man's wife, she will not return to the former husband after that. And God here is giving Israel that example that being my wife, you have gone to another man. You have gone and lain with other men, not only one, but many. You are my wife. You went away from me and got married, not only one man, but to many men. Yet, God is telling them that all I need from you is not you to go further from me. All I want is you to come back to me. I just want you to come back to me, regardless of what you've done. I want you to acknowledge that you have done wrong and come back to me. The only thing that He does not want in you coming back to Him is coming in pretense. You don't mean it. You coming to Him, but you don't mean it from your heart. That is the only thing He will not accept. But if you admit and you acknowledge your sin and come back to Him, my friend, it doesn't matter what you had done. Doesn't matter if you committed murder. Doesn't matter if whatever sin you feel like you committed, as long as you come back to God and admit and confess that, Lord, I am here back to you, and you mean it from your heart, I'm telling you, God is able to restore the relationship. As He was telling the people of Israel here, He is able to do that because He is merciful. He is so merciful. When Moses asked to see God, and God was telling him that if you saw me, you will die. But he said that I will let my glory pass before you. And God did that, and He declared His name. And one of the aspects of His name was full of mercy. And that is God in His nature, that He is merciful. And His mercy are not just for a time, they endure forever.